Are you not happy? I said, trust me, I'm happy that I'm going to be done with it.
All right, we're gonna get started. I'm gonna switch this into. All right, excellent. I am Frank Godfrey. For those that have not met me, I think only a few of you haven't. Frank Godfrey, I am a full-time realtor. A little bit about myself. I have been in the real estate business since '91. I've been an appraiser, a home inspector, a real estate investor, and a licensed realtor. So I have been doing this for quite a while. Start changing that number, that's a long time. And I am the co-host of the Upper Marlboro Grid Investor Network. We've actually changed the name, however, they haven't changed all the presentations. So I will pass the mic to my co-host, and then we're gonna go around the room. Just give us your name, what you do. If it's real estate, tell us what you do in real estate. You got like 30 seconds to give us all of the nuts and bolts of who you are, and have you done any investment business? What are you doing in real estate? And tell us at least your goal, because we're gonna start playing real close to your real estate goals for 2019.
My name is Victor Chopra. I'm a co-host of Grid. I've been in the business since 2010, so going about 9 years now. Full-time lender, rehabber, investor. Our goal is for this year is we want to turn at least, how many deals out of this meetup?
100?
100.
And yeah, it's just assisting, yes, assisting those that are doing investment.
Mentoring, assisting, whatever,
Yep.
resources that we have available, we want to pass that on, be available for you guys to be successful. It can be done, I'm a living proof of that. Didn't know a thing about real estate 9 years ago. Through learning curve, learned a lot, and want to pass on whatever we know. So,
Hi, I'm Shirley Morgan. I am I'm in referral mode here. I'm an agent at Keller Williams, but I also work every day. So I'm just trying to find investment deals to get into so I can make some money.
nice, like it.
Hi everybody, I'm Sherry Doster, and I'm brand spanking new to everything about real estate. Except for maybe about 10 years back, I did the mortgaging side and a little bit of underwriting. Other licensed kids started calling, and I got out of it. So I've always wanted to pursue real estate development in multifamily. So that's my goal. Get started and hit the ground running and learning and focusing on whatever it is that I need to learn.
Nice. Welcome. Say your first name.
Sherry Doster.
Sherry. Okay. Swing over.
Hi everyone, I'm Kamika Gooden. I am actually a full-time teacher, but I am transitioning into real estate. I started a business and my goal is to purchase an apartment building.
Welcome back.
Hi everyone, I'm Spencer Yang, and I currently work in underwriting for commercial real estate and multifamily properties, but on the side I've been able to run my investment business, and I did so far I've done one wholesale deal in this last year. So my goal for this year is to do at least 2 more deals.
What was the goal?
To do at least 2 more.
2 more. Okay.
Good evening, my name is Anthony Morris. I started a real estate investment company a little less than a year ago. I'm currently working on my first project, started in December in DC. Hopefully it'll be wrapped up by the end of the month. And my goal is to usually 4 more deals like this in that
Where's the project?
That's on Eastern Avenue.
What's that?
56 Avenue. Just make my loud noise. It's a semi-detached.
Sounds good.
I'm at Jackson, I'm like now, I have to like consider two rental property and living in one I don't like the one. But I want to get two more.
This year.
Hi, my name is Terry Saleh. I'm the realtor here at Keller Williams Properties. I've been here since 2011. And I got my real estate license since 2009. And I'm interested in flipping. I've never flipped on the property. So I'm interested in flipping a couple properties.
You say goal is how many?
Two, at least two this year.
Hi, my name is Christina Dixon, and I'm a new agent. I just joined college in November. So I'm just here to get information and, one of my long-term goals is to learn how to flip once I get going with the real estate. So I'm looking for information and learning.
Awesome. Welcome twice. Welcome to Keller Williams. Welcome to Grid.
My name is Wayne Griffin. I have a construction management background. And my goal is 4 flips this year, purchase a duplex or fourplex and own the same property.
DC.
DC, Maryland. I'm open to any suggestion.
We talk about it.
Hello, everyone. My name is Jator Conway. I'm a contracting officer in supply chain management, federal government. I've had real estate investors in my family my entire life. When I was 21, I was actually a loan officer. It never really dawned on me that this could be a really prosperous industry, something to really sink my teeth into. Until about 6-7 months ago, I met a guy doing. I'm not sure if anyone's familiar with the BRRRR strategy. Buying homes, renovating, renting, refinancing, and then repeating the process. And so it sparked something in me, got really interested about 6-7 months ago, and a lot of research. My goal, I haven't flipped any properties yet. I'd like to flip several this year. I don't want to limit myself to saying 2, but I really want to get that pipeline going, getting the leads going, and that's why I'm here.
Welcome.
My name's Ahmed Langley. I have no experience on real estate, but I am currently a maintenance supervisor for Metro Rail. My goal is to pretty much get started in real estate, because that way, so that if when I do retire, I have something that I can go into, and something interesting, that's always changing, something that's not always repetitive, like a different day, scenario every day. That's what my goal is.
Welcome back.
Good evening, everybody. My name is Christopher Campbell. I am a wholesale person. I just moved up here back in August. I got relocated up here via the government as well. I'm a biomedical engineer by discipline, and they recruited me up here. So I've been here since August. I've been grinding since August, since I got here. I actually closed 2 deals last year, but that's because I was a general contractor and I got called in on a couple of, I had a condo and a home that somebody wanted to get rid of because of their situation, and I helped them with that process. So those were my first 2 deals up here in, one was in Virginia actually, and the other one was in Maryland. So I'm coming here again to learn how to generate leads in this area, and all you guys that become the investors, hopefully let's do business, get on my buyers list, and whatever you're looking for. Yeah, let me give you a card. I'll give you mine. Whatever you're looking for, you let me know. We'll sit down and have lunch, and just let me know what areas you're looking for, and I'll send it to you. I'll go for it. Take it and pass it.
Yeah, anybody that's got cards, make sure to pass them out. We always make, time at the end so that you can sit back and talk to folks. We don't make all the time, because all of us need to go home, especially myself. However, I wanted to make sure to get those numbers again, because like I mentioned, part of our network is working with each other and helping each other reach those goals. So you'll see there's a slide, that I wanted to go back to my slide, because part of the information that we got from the first month's meetup, I put into that slide, and I want to make sure to continue to add to and make sure that we're hitting those numbers, because everyone that's here tonight wasn't necessarily here in January. And I just want to make sure that those that, I know the slides are going, our information, you've got my card, make sure that you've got our mobile, so that in the event that you do have any deals, you can immediately hit. If you've got a question, feel free to make sure to text us immediately, and we'll reach, I mean, the fastest way to me is texting. I'm sure anybody that's texted me, we've talked almost immediately. We can hold a whole conversation, not while I'm driving.
Good job.
However, that's the best way to communicate with me, because I can literally hold a conversation with you and 3 and 4 other people at the same time. And ask specifics, because it's much easier for me to help you if you know exactly what you need. Make sure to sign up the phones, the recording for change. And anyone that's not already part of our meetup, make sure to go to meetup and become a member of our group. It's real important, because that's actually where we announce our meetups first, and in the event that it's canceled for any reason, whether it's snow or anything, we'll attempt to hit you on every single platform. However, this is where we're going to cancel it first. So make sure that you're part of our meetup. And that's also where you can really communicate with everyone that's part of GRID. So GRID is more than 10,000 members right now. So if you had a question, you could go in there and hit something, and more than just, those that are in my group, which is, our group is 1450 now. More than 1,450 people are gonna see it. Over 10,000 are gonna see it.
You can market your deals on that too.
Yeah.
You can push up your deals. So you got ones and twos, you can just blast it out to 10,000 investors at one time.
Yeah. All right, make sure to also join the, I had a different Facebook page that I was doing just for GRID or CASA, and it just got too much management both of them. So I've actually moved this, because this is still part of my real estate business. So I have the same conversation. I was having the same conversation on 2 platforms, and it's like, you know what? So make sure to like the Godfrey group on Facebook, because that's also where we can communicate, have conversations, and you'll see deals going back and forth there. And I've got things automatically set up there, so you get local news there also. My contact information. If you want to go to my website, it's teamgodfrey.com. You can also search the entire internet there, or the entire platform of properties. This is a new program, so those that are realtors, don't go here, because you've got your own platform. In Bright, there's Remind, and you can set yourself up to send your clients Remind. However, those that are not realtors, this is an incredible source that I just started to, well, it just became available, and I started sharing this with my investor friends, and they were like, oh, that's it right there. So investors like to know the numbers without having to call me, say, do a CMA. This one has 3 different numbers on it. So it gives you Zestimate, it gives you 3 calculators that it's calculating, and they're all 3 different. So it'll give you a quick snapshot. You don't just go to Zillow and try to find it. Remind gives you a quick snapshot, and my side of Remind, I can actually get all of the owner information. I haven't been able to see the consumer side because nobody's shown it to me. However, you should have access to more details than what you would have access to just on the internet. So Remind is a new resource. I actually know the owner. He's gone to every single MLS across the country and plugged this in, and this was one of the first areas that he plugged in. So Remind is a local guy. Used to be the #1 realtor in the nation. Keller Williams. Yep. Keller Williams. What would you say?
Orchard.
I can't think of his name right now.
I know.
Mobile app, make sure to download the mobile app. This is important for those that are driving for dollars. When you decide to get into our program, this is something that you have to have, because when you're standing in front of a property, you're gonna click homes near me, and if that property is on the market, it doesn't, just because there's a sign doesn't mean it's on the market, and there's a lot of properties that are on the market that don't have signs. So, Keller Williams agents, you need to be sharing this stuff. Anyone who's an agent needs to have an app that they share. Folks that are in the room that need an app, this is a great app. And this app is being updated every single week, meaning that the app that you see today is getting better and better and better. And Family Reunion is this week, and I'm hoping that they drop some real nice stuff into this app. This will be the #1 app, the #1 real estate app by the summertime. So make sure that you already got it plugged in. It's going to outdo every single app, because they're plugging in artificial intelligence on the backside, which is just going to catapult past any other platform. Also, for those that are just ready to make an offer, you see a property and you're like, Frank, we need to write on this. I've created a form that allows you to basically go in, plug in all the information, and just, once you're done, it sends it to me. You're gonna send me a text once it's done, and I'll have it written. Now, hopefully we would have had some dialogue, so when you go in here, you'll see it'll give you a few instructions, like, let's talk about it first. Don't just say, Frank, I wanna write 500,000 on XYZ. We need to have some conversation on where's the money coming from, is that the right offer, and then when you send it, I'll just write it up for you. This is our goals.
Couldn't make that fast.
Oh,
Thank
if you get an email from me, send me an email the minute that I respond. That link is in my signature also. And for those that just, I was the tech ambassador here at Keller Williams, so I'm real techie. The next generation, the millennials, for the millennials that are in the room, they want to do everything like this. So for those realtors in the room, you need to run with them, because they're going to run right past you and they're going to find someone that's tech savvy. And it's always changing. So ask them, hey, what do you do? What do you use your phone for? How do you search for property? And they're going to tell you some app that you've never heard of, and you need to become a member immediately. Just a little hint for the realtors in the room. Did I leave enough time? Yes? All right, so this is what I actually wanted to get to. So you'll see in January we had 1,400 members. This is what we actually did, 5 transactions. I don't think I count all of yours, but 5 transactions were done in January. However, based on the goals that I heard in our January meetup, we needed to be at plus 100 by the end of the year. That's the reason why you heard us say 100. Now I heard some new numbers in here, so this number actually needs to change, which is gonna then change all of these numbers. So we should have closed by the end of, not closed, we should have in motion 18 transactions collectively. Doesn't mean that I'm the realtor in all of them. Tell me your success. Hey, we got Decatur on the market. These are our success stories in the room. So we really want to track the successes that we are having as a group, whether it be, our deals or your deals. Bring them in here so that we know that we're moving forward. And you can see our group should be at about 2,000 members. So that's the people that you can do business with when you're buying, whether you're selling, that you can do business with immediately. And then, of course, we've got the training program that we've set up. And this, you have to be active. You got to be committed to the training schedule, which is day and evening. And you've got to be prepared to really hunker down and get trained, because we take this seriously. We only want in the room those that plan to take it serious.
It's the frequency of the meetings.
So what you came to, that was one of them.
Oh, you mean the hard hat?
Yeah, the hard hat is.
That was great.
Yeah, the hard hat is a component of that. So the hard hat is every 4th Wednesday, and it's going to be in the field. Sometimes it's going to be in here, where we're going to be diving in scripts. We're going to dive on the phone. We're going to door knock. We're going to do the things that wholesalers do, because we want to not have to wait on a wholesaler. We want to become the wholesaler. We want to know the scripts. We want to know what's necessary to renovate or to estimate costs. We want to know how to do the CMAs. We need to know all of the pieces, because we can fire ourselves as soon as possible when we say, okay, we found somebody that's better at that. But if we don't know what that is, we're just fumbling along. So we've been doing this about 3 years now, and we don't have any rock stars yet. So the goal is to make some rock stars. We got a couple folks that will be rock stars, like Spencer, she's gonna be a rock star. I know just from energy, you're gonna be a rock star.
Are you missing somebody?
Everybody in here is gonna be a rock star.
You missed me specifically.
I missed him. So when I see there's old energy and there's new energy, just graduated from college, right? Came in and was like, oh, that's what I do. And said, I got one. Like every few days, it was incredible. So she listened, she learned, she figured out what you gotta do, and she got out there and cranked. There was a whole lot more no's than yeses. However, you learn, you weed, you get it, you figure it out. You know what, okay, I'm not doing that anymore. You can hire a team to do that. So there's a lot of pieces. And then there's just, you got a goal, you set things. You say, you know what, by this day I'm gonna have this. Last time I met her, she didn't have cards. She got cards now. So every time I see someone, I should see the next step. You know, because you gotta always be moving towards your goal. And that's it, that's the hard hat. So if you didn't see this, if you wanna be part of the hard hat, just make sure to send me an email, because we will be, we will be selected from those that we see all the time. And I don't have to see every time. Like there's someone that texts me just right when we were about to start and said she's stuck in traffic, I'm not gonna be able to make it. And she's crazy. And this is all of our meetup, so make sure to get on meetup and you'll see everything there. All right, to the actual, any questions? Hands, anything?
So are you going to be speaking about joining the training opportunities more here?
Not really. I can talk more. If you got a question, ask me.
How long is the training, or how do you find out where to go to find out about it?
Email me and I'll tell you.
Gotcha, okay.
Yeah. So the training is just specifically designed to teach you, to get you up and running on all of the pieces that is real estate investing. So coming in here, I mean, like any class, you go in and you might leave with 10%, and then there's no action. That's the action side of it. So hard hat is the actual feet on the ground. It's the action. So licensed realtors, we're kind of doing that stuff all the time. And if you don't have a coach, you're just doing the stuff that you heard works.
Right.
We've got investors around us that the stuff is working. We know the scripts that are working. We know who you should be calling, where you get the better return, what you need to be sending out, how you need to be door knocking. You don't just need to knock on all the doors. You need to knock on the doors. I mean, like the area of the hard hat, that area only has about 48% owner occupants. Do we need to knock on all the doors? No. We really only need to knock on 48%. And then, do we need to knock on the ones that just bought the house? Just bought the house last year. So we can knock it down to those that have equity, those that are absentee owners, those that have owner occupants. We can break it down to a point where we only really probably needed to knock on about 50 doors while we were out there. We could have done that in less than an hour. Yeah. So that's the kind of information that you're going to get in hard hat, where we're going to fine tune it. The key is to build rock star investors. And that's the commercial for hard hat. All right, how to market for deals. And that's just, we'll leave that up there for a second while I explain it, the legal stuff. We do this, however, if you go out there and fail miserably, don't come back and sue us. We do our best to train, and just because we said it will work in here, like we might say, estimate your rehab at $35 per square foot, and you found out that it's really $135 per square foot. So some of the numbers don't always match every single market. $35 per square foot will never match this market. All right, choosing your market. So for the brand new folks in here that want to do investing, someone in here explain how you choose your market. Someone that's already doing it. How do you choose your market?
Comps.
Comps? You chose it by comps?
No, that's one way I look at the comps to see what's happening in that area, and you look at other websites to see how people are moving in or moving out, and job plan.
So you can basically see the turnover
Right.
in any market. That's always good. So identifying turnover.
So pretty much the same thing with comps. I go past year and see where all the cash buyers were for the past years, what zip codes they were buying in, and then I take like the top 5 or 6 zip codes, and I go in those areas and look for.
So you follow the money, or you follow the big ships. So
Follow.
visit.
Really follow.
Follow. So I base everything back on voting. I do a lot of voting. And my vote is small. And if the seas are rough, the smoothest area on that sea is behind a bigger boat. And you ride in this nice, smooth, crystal water. You know, it might be a little bit of this, but it's not bouncing all around. So you follow big money, big ships, areas where big things are happening, and you just go sit in there and you do your little thing, and you get to take the ride. And what's crazy is your engine doesn't even have to work as hard when you're in somebody else's market where they're flipping properties. I like to go to areas, those that really want to play in Baltimore, you can go down streets and just leave your windows open, and if you hear hammers, you hear, you know, wood being done, slow down, because those are the areas where, yeah, you may see a lot of boarded up properties, but the investors are in there, and they're about to turn over that whole block, because they don't really play onesie twosies, they're about to do 10 at a time, 20 at a time. So choosing your market is extremely important, and we're going to go into that deeper. Something else, because you mentioned comps, one thing that I would recommend when you start to go into your apps and asking the realtor for CMAs, and that's comparative market analysis, and you start to look at Zestimates based on what that person bought it for before. What you really want to look for is what you can get it for and what you can sell it for, because that's the place where there's profit. If it's buy it at 100, sell it at 125, there's no margin there. So you're really gonna have to look for areas where the margin is there, where you can make the profit that you're looking to make it, because you'll never be able to sell those kind of deals to an investor if the margin's not there. They're looking for margin. All right, so build your brand. What is my message? Did you have a slogan or anything? You do?
I'm really big on Instagram, so I just put out a picture and everything, and my brand or my logo is She Can Buy Too, because I feel like, you know, it's a male-dominated industry, and I feel like because I'm young, people are gonna, you know, overlook me, so I just want to.
Who said it was a male-dominated?
I mean, from what I've seen, it's a male-dominated. I mean, we're all women in here with multiple.
So just so that you know, 85% of my buyers are single black females. Yes.
Buyers or investors?
Buyer, period. Yeah. Most of my clients, I can't even tell you the last time it was like married couple. I can't tell you the last time it was a single
80%
male.
of the, it's a statistically proven fact, 80% of the time, woman is the one who buys the house, not man. Even if it's married, it's always a woman.
Well, I stand corrected.
But I like that. She can buy too. I like that. How you doing, sir?
Hi.
But make sure that's not her.
It's
And
not.
it's not. Now the mortgage side might be dominated by men. The mortgage side might be. Even the title side might be.
We want commercial roofs.
That's older white gentlemen.
Yeah, really specific.
That is